Hey, everybody, I'm Kenny Webster. If you're just getting caught up on what happened with the impeachment of Alejandro Mayorkas, our Department of Homeland Secretary, yesterday the Senate ended that impeachment trial, making him the second cabinet official in history to evade a conviction and removal from office. And as a lot of you know, this guy lied under oath. He is probably the second in command here, responsible for the crisis at the border. The real weight of this whole problem falls on the shoulders of Joe Biden, but Republicans did nothing to remove him from office. Now, all that being said, of all the people on that list of Democrat senators yesterday to brush this incident with our Homeland Security Secretary and the crisis at the border under the rug, I want you to pay particular attention to one individual here, that is Senator Cortez Masto. Senator Cortez Masto is a Democrat from Nevada. You don't hear much about her in the national news, not like you did, at least with the person she replaced. That was Harry Reid. Cortez's real name is Catherine, and she's the former attorney general of her home state. Like most Democrats, she supports all the latest liberal causes, Ukraine and climate change, and of course, open borders. She doesn't think the U.S. southern border is open. She thinks the immigration crisis is a hyperbolic right-wing talking point, and I'll get right back to that in just a minute here. But sadly, all is not well in the world of Cortez. Recently, one of her staff members was purportedly killed. Well, he was killed. He was definitely killed in what sounds like a very preventable death. Kurt Engelhardt is an advisor to Nevada's Democrat senator, and he was just struck and killed by an 18-year-old illegal alien in a hit-and-run incident. The guy's name is Elmer Rueda Linares, and he was in a two-vehicle crash occurring at about 4:30 in the morning just the other day on April 6th. Now, on April 8th, federal officials placed an immigration detainer known as an ICE hold on Elmer. This all according to a release from the Department of Homeland Security. Unfortunately, the court dropped the charges in the deadly crash from a felony hit and run to the lower charge of leaving the scene of the accident. Now, Elmer should not have been in the country. He was detained by federal agents after crossing over the border illegally way back in March of 2021. Remember that date, March of 2021. By June of the same year, Elmer was a free man roaming the streets of the good old USA. 3 years later, he is responsible for killing a husband and a father because he wasn't detained or deported, certainly not detained for long enough to stop him from recklessly killing someone. So now let's get back to Senator Cortez Masto for just a minute, the woman who thinks there's no immigration crisis. Here she is on MSNBC a little while back, roughly around the same time, March of 2021, that Elmer came into the country illegally. I believe we have a video of that. Go ahead, roll that for us.
With where they are on what's happening at the border and the migrants.
Yeah, let me talk a little bit about this because there's a lot of misinformation as well. First of all, there's no open borders again. And somebody was the attorney general for 8 years in my state, worked very closely on the border with Mexico. There are no open borders.
There are no open borders, she says. And then as you can see, there's the date. March 12th, 2021. That was the same week she was on MSNBC saying there's no immigration crisis. Senator Cortez says the impeachment of Mayorkas is a waste of time. She doesn't understand the point of doing it. She made this statement just days after that illegal alien killed one of her staff members. Now, if that isn't enough of a wake-up call to reverse her position on immigration, exactly what would it take? She continues to support Biden's immigration policies, and illegal immigration continues to wreak havoc on her home state, but I guess it's true what they say. You really do get what you vote for.